Of course. Hello.
Hey everybody, welcome to Monday Night with the Davises. Once again, still Nikki.
I'm still Chili.
Yeah, I guess they'll figure that out eventually, right?
Yeah. Well, it does say our names on there.
Well,
too.
it does, yeah. So welcome to our kitchen and welcome to dinner. We are headed virtually to Mississippi. We've been to Mississippi many times. And yeah. And one thing, we're kind of, well, Mississippi is not quite Midwest. We're South Midwest, but one thing I have noticed as we get closer to where we live, the food's very much the same. So we picked out a couple of
regional
things.
Cuisines.
Yeah, that we really love, and we eat here in the southern part of Illinois as much as they eat in Mississippi.
Yep.
And pretty much every state, I think, along the Mighty River eats fried catfish.
That's right.
We also happen to be situated near the Big Muddy River, where we get very large catfish, like 80-pound catfish, easily. Yeah. My uncle's gotten a few of those over the years. So, which, by the way, is what we're using tonight from one of those 80-pound catfishes. Catfishes? Yeah, I guess so.
Sure.
So this is not an uncommon or unfamiliar meal for us. And if you live near us, not unfamiliar to you either. So we're doing fried catfish. I will say in Mississippi, you typically see fillets. We're using nuggets because that's what I had in the freezer.
That may taste better.
So we're breaking tradition a little bit and using what we have. Well, I mean, typically you get the fillet if you're in. That's kind of what they do in Mississippi, as opposed to, we like the nuggets here. So
I prefer nuggets, so that's what we're having.
That's what we're having. And we're going to do a Mississippi Delta style vinegar cold slaw that is popular. No mayo, no creamy, no nothing, straight vinegar and all the spices and hush puppies, of course.
Yeah. Gotta have hush puppies.
Which is also, there's a little bit of a variation in the recipe from here and there. So we're going to try to stick to the Mississippi. I am cheating tonight. It is currently, actually the temperature has gone down. It's 93 degrees. An hour ago it was 98 degrees. Too hot to run a gas stove and all of those things. So we've got the gadgets out. We're cheating with some convenience food so we don't heat up the kitchen and heat up me. Because y'all know how I get in a hot kitchen.
Hi, Ashley.
So I'll kind of talk you through the shortcuts, because guess what? You're at home, you're cooking dinner. Shortcuts are fine. Yeah. So we're going to use some of those tonight and talk about how to jazz up those shortcuts. So, but first things first, dude.
Oh, cocktail time.
Right? What are we drinking?
We're drinking Mississippi Punch.
I'm getting out of the way.
All right, Mississippi Punch. Could you
ice you?
Ice me up a little bit there. So, because there's two of us, I'm making two at a time, possibly even three at a time. This one here we'll make two at a time.
That enough?
Yeah, for right now. You want to ice these up too?
I will ice those up too.
All right. So we're going to use
hey, Ashley.
Mark. We used it last time. So we're going to stay on that bourbon train.
Yeah, mostly because it was still sitting here, from last week. Yeah. I'm going to give that one more, just to make them even.
I'm going to give that one more too, just because why
not? Because why not? I think that's our typical why not.
Why not? Yeah. We'll make another one.
Who else joined us? Somebody popped in there. No glasses, can't see.
Thornton.
Hey, Thornton.
Hey, what's up, Thornton? Yeah, I recovered. I'm pretty good. So we're going to make three of these now. So we got 1.5 ounces for each cocktail of Maker's Mark. We're going to use Remy Martin.
Cognac. Yummy.
So we're going to use 3/4 ounce per. So there's your quarter.
Yeah.
And then 2. So
I just want to smell it. I love cognac. It's like one of my favorite things.
Is it?
I just love how it smells. I'm weird that way, I know. He's cheating and looking at the recipe.
Hey, Jen. Same thing for your
Jennifer.
freshly squeezed lemon juice.
It's well, of course.
There's your 1/4 ounce. There's your 2 ounces. So another 3/4 ounce.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna go put water in
We got
the
simple syrup. Hey, Debbie.
dog's bowl outside because two of
This
them are
is
outside.
super saturated. Two to
Yeah,
1.
2-to-1 on that one. Super sweet.
We're using
I mean, we are in the South here, so.
1/2 ounce per, so 1.5 ounces because we're making 3. Okay.
Mississippi punch.
We got
This,
4.5 ounces of water in there.
We've managed to fry for like the 4th week in a row.
That's right. Hey,
I think next week we're gonna not fry. Because
next week we're on vacation.
well, yeah, that's true. Next week we won't be here. So the week after that, I think we're gonna not fry.
So you know what state next week, 2 weeks from next is, don't you? I'll give you a hint. You're not going to travel very far.
Are we in Illinois?
We are in Illinois in 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's the one where we're kind of in a conundrum on what we want to do.
Oh, I know what we're going to do.
I think I have a plan for that one. We don't want to do anything that we have all the time. We want to do something totally different. No garnish because we don't care.
Put a little slice of lemon on there if you want to garnish.
Or a sprig of something.
Mint, maybe.
Mint would be good.
Lemon is what you're supposed to.
But
there you go.
Well, since our freshly squeezed lemon.
1 Mississippi punch.
Cheers.
Oh yeah.
I can get used to that.
Oh yeah.
Woo. That's gonna.
Yeah, it'll set you back a couple days.
A couple. It never fails, folks. The dogs always are on the wrong side of the door at 6:30.
Horseshoes, but we're definitely not doing hot dogs.
Not doing hot dogs.
I think we're going to twist it just a little bit.
Hmm?
I think we're going to twist the commons or the dinner. Instead of it being a dinner, we're going to maybe go not just from Illinois, but a specific time frame.
Yeah.
In Illinois.
Just because we have some cool history that we probably won't say out loud on
not tonight.
The interweb. Well, not tonight, certainly, but
maybe in 2 weeks we'll talk about it.
We might.
But there is your Mississippi punch.
Cheers. All right, so we have a few things to work on here. I did not get very far in the.
Where you want me at, camera wise?
Well, let's see. I need to be at about 350 on the fish. So here's a couple of things. I'm going to have to make some fish breading because I don't have enough to bread all of our fish, I don't think. So we're going to do that first.
Okay.
And I will kind of talk folks through why I'm using what I'm using.
Okay.
And I'm going to leave that there because it's a better background. I've got, I don't know, I'll tilt this so you guys can see. I've got the fryer hooked up, plugged in instead of turning the stove on with a Dutch oven. Mm-hmm. If you don't have a fryer, you can certainly do this in a cast iron pot or a heavy pot on the stove. When we do fish fries, we do them in great big turkey fryers outside because the entire family is involved usually at that point. Lord, I could write a book on that process. But because it is just a teensy bit warm where we live today, not dealing with gas stoves.
We're inside and we're doing it.
We're inside, but it's still, I don't want to heat up the kitchen because woof. Okay, so usually we use Andy's breading.
Or Zatarain's. Either one.
And I just don't have enough, and it's just that simple. So I also only have the cornmeal kind and not the hot one, which is what you like. So we're going to shift gears here. And we're going to make some extra.
Yeah.
Can they see that? Can
Yeah.
you guys see that? Okay.
Yeah, because they can't see you. You're not on camera.
Okay, that's fine.
All they see is the bowl.
Okay. So I know I'm going to need this easily.
Oh, yeah.
So that is not quite enough. Okay. So really all this is cornmeal, a little bit of flour, and some seasoning. So I'm going to build right on top of this. I am not going to measure because I just don't. I am going to tilt this so you can see the difference in color here. So regular yellow cornmeal. Andy's, it's got some seasoning in it. I'm actually not going to use flour. I'm going to put some cornstarch in here because that will crisp up better than flour does. A trick, by the way, always put cornstarch in your dredge if you want things to be a little on the crispier side. Don't ask me the science behind that. I have no idea.
Oh, we're starting to bubble.
Or we will turn it down because we're not there yet.
No, we're fine. It's
going to take a bit. Okay. So I'm going to put this back somewhere out of the way. All right. So the other thing I'm going to put in here is some onion powder and probably a good teaspoon. Paprika, equally a good teaspoon. That's where that red comes from. Garlic powder, which I don't have in a shaker. And folks, use pre-packaged breading. Be my guest. Certainly not going to offend me because that's what I do. Mm-hmm. But clearly you can build your own if you need to. So, woo, garlic powder. Now, the other thing that Andy's does have in it, by the way, and I'm not sure about Zatarain's, I have to look, is MSG. So if you can't do MSG, skip it. None of us have any issues with it. So when it's just me, that's what I'm going to use. This is the Knorr brand. And if you'll notice, it's not even in English. I had a friend ship this in a gift box to me once upon a time. And now I buy it at the international grocery here in town. Does not take a lot, by the way. That was like a pinch if I had to guess. What are you looking for?
Something to kick it up a notch.
Oh, you want something hot in it?
Maybe.
Okay, well, hold that thought. Here, I got Skip's peppers and I've got Aleppo pepper. Or I've got Glosser's spice on the top. It's got some heat to it.
Let's use Skip's.
Skip's peppers? Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to put about half a teaspoon of Skip's peppers from Tennessee. Close enough.
Okay, we'll kick it up a notch.
All right, so now we're just going to stir all that together into what's in there already. Whew, see, I'm already sweaty. All right, now that's a nice, ooh, that smells good.
Mm-hmm. It looks all blended up.
Right. All right. Ta-da! So now
we use this.
Yep, we're going to show you a different way to dredge the fish. I'm going to move this cutting board out of the way, though.
Uh-oh.
Only one in, don't they? Somebody's on the wrong side of the door.
Yep.
All right. So here's our catfish nuggets right here. Let me get some paper towels so I can blot one here. And they're the catfish fillet chopped up into nuggets. And I probably have 4 times this much in the freezer. We eat a lot of catfish. Thankfully, I still have people in my family that hit the river and get it for me, so I don't have to. Okay, so we're going to do this kind of the old school, what I'm going to call the Rains method. I'm not going to dump all of this in because I might need the other half.
Yeah.
We're going to put about half of the fish in. We're gonna do this in batches because I don't want to overcrowd. And another handful. Fish is wet enough. You don't need the egg wash. We're going to shake, shake, shake. We're going to temp our oil just to make sure it's where it needs to be before we start frying fish. We probably should have maybe fried fish last. That's okay.
That's okay.
It is nowhere near where it needs to. It's climbing.
So there's our fish in the Ziploc bag.
We've got a bit to go, so we're going to let that hang out.
And you just roll it around. And the batter coats it.
And then we let it sit until the fryer is ready.
Okay.
While we build
Here you go.
some slaw.
You back over there now?
Yeah, it's fine. Out of space already.
What's our temp?
It was like 250.
Oh.
All right, so I'm going to build some coleslaw. Like I said, vinegar-based slaw. I'm going to start with the dressing first in the bottom of the bowl, set it aside, and then we will cut up all the vegetables that I need in addition to what I bought prepackaged because, you know, I can, so I did. All right, so in this bowl, we're going to put about a quarter to a third of a cup of any kind of oil you want. I'm just using vegetable oil because it's handy. Olive oil works fine. Flavored olive oil, canola oil, salad oil would be a perfect situation. Then I'm going to add to that some apple cider vinegar. About equal parts, and I'm eyeballing, to be perfectly honest with you. I'm going to add to that some sugar, or would you rather have honey? Honey?
Sugar.
Sugar?
Sugar.
So sugar or honey or sweetener if you don't want to do the sugar, but I always think that makes it taste funny. And I'm going to do, how sweet do you want it? Never mind. So I'm going to do about a third of a cup of sugar. Would you grab a whisk out of the drawer right there for me, please? No, the drawer over there has all the whisks in it by the stove. That one right there is perfect. Thank you. Give that a good whisk. I'll let that sugar start to do its thing and dissolve. Ooh, that smells so good. Okay, to that, I'm going to add some mustard powder as soon as I find it. Regular mustard would work fine too. You don't have to, if you don't keep mustard powder, don't worry about. And about half a teaspoon. A little goes a long way as far as I'm concerned. If you really like mustard, have at it and use more. Some salt as soon as I find it. Doesn't take much. I'm going to use cracked black pepper just for the color, if nothing else. And we're not really going for like spicy here. We're just going for good flavor. Taste.
Everybody quieted down. Maybe they made their cocktails and they're like, all right.
They're right, sitting back.
Sitting back, relaxing, watching.
All right, so here's
not
the
talking to us.
First thing we're going to do is cut open the bag of tricolor cold slaw mix that I bought. Like I said, convenience foods. Don't always have to do everything yourself. And this, if you don't like the carrots and red cabbage, then don't use them. Buy just the cabbage shredded. Okay, we're gonna set this aside.
Stephanie's there.
Hey, Steph.
Your mom said she's drinking her chocolate milk.
Woohoo!
Yeah, good for her.
All right.
And
In
then
addition,
Jen's cold meds are kicking in.
well, that's good. Cold
Yeah.
meds are good.
Cold meds are a good thing.
Still, goodness.
Yeah, she sounded a little
Under the weather. Whoops, I missed.
I'll fix that for
Thank
you.
you. So very thinly slice red pepper, yellow pepper, green pepper, whatever pepper you have. Oh, it's probably getting there.
I think she's at 342.
Okay.
Oh,
By the time I get this done,
350.
I'm going to cut this white out of here because it's too much for my taste. My pepper just squirted in my eyeball.
So I'm going to start loading. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, so the oil is heated up. So Chili's going to start dropping fish in while I finish the slaw. Okay. You can leave this in strips, or if you want to cut it in half, that works also.
I'm just putting it in the basket first by hand.
That's fine. We're going to kind of cut these to the side. Usually I put celery seed in my dressing, but I didn't have any. So, Miss Jennifer, this is still the celery you gave me. I've managed to keep it. By the way, we've talked about homegrown celery before. But any celery, if you keep it in either a bag with just a little bit of water on the bottom, it will keep the celery moist enough that it will last a decent amount of time. Or if you've just got the stalks, you can put the stalks down inside of a mason jar with a little bit of water at the bottom, and it will keep the stalks nice and. Ooh, that smells so good. But because I didn't have celery seed, I'm actually going to use celery leaf.
So how long do we cook our fish?
We're going to cook our fish until they are done.
Floating.
Floating.
That's
Floating done.
Exactly how long you cook them for.
Yeah, Chili's the fish fryer.
Until they float.
And I really, honestly, only want the leaves here. I'll put these other pieces back in the bag. And we're going to stack these up. Can they still see what I'm doing? Okay.
Oh, you're over there.
Stack these up. Man, that fire's warm.
I figured you'd put it over the stove.
It won't reach.
Oh,
The cord's not long enough.
gotcha.
Okay, we're going to stack those up, and then we're going to roll them. No comments, Sorton. Take the hilt of your knife, the back, and just start chopping through.
She says she's over it, even if she's not over it.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Cold.
Then I'm going to rotate so I can get some little diced pieces and not ribbons. All right. Now that's celery leaf, so it's not going to be as strong as celery seed, so a little bit extra there. Oof. And because you want some bite in your cold slaw, I'm going to grab a couple green onions that I am
Boy, did
massacring.
you know Alexa has a popular question.
She does.
Yeah. Oh, Alexa, cancel. I don't care.
She's
Alexa,
talking to you
cancel. Shush.
now. You did it, dude.
I know. Oh, well.
I'm stripping the outer layer off my green onions because they've been in the fridge for a bit.
Yep.
And they're a bit on the need to use them. And we're going to use as much of the green as we can, but I am going to cut part of this off because it's past the point of being usable.
Am I just dumping it on here?
Yes, you're dumping it on there.
That's what I assumed.
All right, green onions roll like crazy. So if you slice them down the middle,
They won't roll.
they're not going to roll. And then you've got nice little slices for whatever you're using them for. If you can get into it. There we go. And like I said, I'm going to cut all the way to the end of the green here. There we go. Woo-wee. And these are all the vegetables that are going in my slaw. And I'm going to switch angles here. Whoops. I'm going to try to switch. Oh, come on. There we go. So sorry for the lighting, guys. That kind of sucks right there. So you'll get the fish when it comes out here, and I'm going to finish the slaw here. There, everything goes in. I'm going to rinse my hands off real fast and grab a pair of tongs. Mostly so I don't have to wash my hands here in a little bit. All right, now the reason we put the dressing on the bottom is so we can easily toss this to coat. That way you have a better chance of getting everything evenly coated, and my bowl's almost not big enough. Which is why my hand's here, to keep it from flying out too far. Cold slaw is always better after it sits for a while. So this will sit probably, I don't know, 20 minutes by the time we get everything done. And you can already see it, maybe see it starting to wilt just a bit from the vinegar. Oh, it's so good.
Look at that.
Those are beautiful.
Yep, almost. They're not quite floating yet.
We're getting there.
I know.
All right. We're just going to leave that there. I'm going to leave the tongs in it so I can toss it
Our Earl.
a little bit more.
Yeah, we might need to add a little bit more Earl.
I've got some over here. So you can put them back on us because I'm done chopping for a wee bit.
Okay. There you go. There's us. She's cocktailing it up.
That's drinking. I'm going to throw these veggies back in the refrigerator. Whoops.
Yes, I know the old saying, if you're looking, you ain't cooking. That's cooking still.
It's all good. All right. Didn't use all my peppers. Ice?
Yep.
Somebody's making another one. I'm going to make some sugar. You can't have that. Stinker. Sorry. She absconded with the paper towel that hit the floor.
Well, she says it hit the floor. It's usually hers.
It smells good, yeah. All right. What was I doing? Tartar sauce. I can make some tartar sauce while that's doing its thing.
It's getting really close.
Yeah, you want me to stick a thermometer in them?
Yeah, go for it. I'd say they're done enough.
Oh, so done. They're approaching 200. They're completely done. All right. I'm going to pull these out. While he's making another drink, we'll get another batch in. And we've got them coming out onto not a wire rack, but a rack and a baking sheet, so they drip down a little bit.
Yep.
Where's the bag of the what you got? Okay. Thank
There you go.
So we're going to load up batch number 2. The one thing about small fryers is small batches. And you don't want to crowd because
no. Just takes longer to cook.
Yeah, well, yeah, then it just is kind of. All right. Going in. I'm gonna wash my hand off again. We've got, probably 2 more batches. Maybe 3. 2 if I crowd. Let's see.
We're not crowding though.
No, I know.
So we're on what, round 2 of the cocktail?
You are.
Yeah, I am.
Anybody have any questions? I suspect most people on here have fried fish before.
Yeah, probably. If they haven't.
Tartar sauce. How hot do you like your tartar sauce, folks?
I actually don't like my hot tartar sauce hot.
You don't.
No, not really.
Okay, well then I'll use regular
But go
pickle
ahead,
relish.
go for it. I mean,
I actually don't like mine hot either.
you don't.
So I am going to.
Well, then that's a good thing.
Mhm.
Oh, Brady says hot. Brady wants hot tartar sauce.
How about hot hush puppies instead?
Well, we can still do a little bit of heat in the tartar sauce.
Kidoki.
Jennifer says she's never used a fryer before. Why?
Well, I mean,
It's not going to hurt you.
no. But it's just one more thing to have around, right? So
Yeah.
the only reason we have one is because I used it doing cooking demonstrations. All right. First ingredient in tartar sauce is mayo.
Mhm.
About half a cup ish. What ought to be enough for us tonight. Second ingredient is pickle relish.
Scoot over to the left just a little bit. There you go.
And I'm going to use the end of it. Those of you who have made your own tartar sauce, what do you put in yours?
Yeah.
Because everybody makes it different. You might give me an idea as I'm standing here scraping the pickle relish out of my little bitty jar.
Do you need any more?
I'm
Okay.
good, thank you.
I'll set it off to the side. Wherever needs more.
Onion powder.
Give it some spice.
I'm going to garlic powder.
What would you use to spice it up?
Any number of things. You could use pickled jalapenos. You could use raw jalapenos. You could use raw garlic. I'm using garlic powder.
Mhm.
You could use dried hot pepper flakes or powder.
Yeah. Horseradish?
Horseradish. Yeah, grab me some if you want. Well, yeah, grab me horseradish. And I was going to use Wickles pickle juice, but let me use horseradish first and we'll see where that takes us. Top left.
How top of top left?
That's not the top left.
Okay.
Why don't you just let me in there?
I'm gonna let you in here. I'm gonna get the hell out of the way. Go check on these other fish. They're looking good too.
Oh my goodness. My child has like 100 jars of
Jalapenos
open in here, yeah. Which, I mean, I've got 3 jars of horseradish.
Mom says she likes to add extra lemon juice to hers and chopped dill.
Lemon juice I've got.
Yeah.
Dill I'm probably going to skip on this one with the horseradish.
Brady, it is, yeah, definitely the top is the opposite of the bottom. Yes. Brady, we missed you this weekend.
All right, I'm going to plop about a tablespoon of horseradish. Prepared horseradish, if you had like horsey sauce or something, which we also have. Don't let it go too far, but lemon juice. Let's do a teaspoon to start. Vinegar would work. Acid really is what you're after there.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you were using Miracle Whip as opposed to regular mayo. You might not want the extra vinegar acid.
Those are starting to look.
Here, I'll stick a thermometer in them. Yeah, they're good.
I thought so. They were starting to float.
And anytime you add more oil to your fryer, it's going to cool down. So
Anytime you add cold fish to a fryer.
yeah. Oh yeah. Or anything that you add to it, it's going to cool it down.
So you got to play with your temperatures.
Play with your food. It's pretty good stuff. Chili, I'm going to have you taste that when you drop those fish.
Okay, hold on a second.
And then I will load up the rest of the... Well, you can wash your hands if you want to.
Well, okay.
I'll load up the rest of them in the bag.
Oh, that's good. Do you see the little gone?
What?
That's got some.
Is enough heat?
Yeah. Oh, Brady says he's used queso cheese instead of tartar before.
Ooh,
That'd be good.
that would be. All right, so quick recap. Started with about half a cup of mayo, probably a good quarter cup of just plain old pickle relish. There you go. Tablespoon of horseradish, some onion powder, some garlic powder, some salt. I think that's it.
Hi, B. B's checking us out, making sure we're doing this the right way.
All right, so there's our tartar sauce. Easy breezy. I'm gonna set it off to the side though.
All right, these are fully dredged.
I'm also going to put all my cold stuff back in the fridge before I start working on the last little bit. Yeah, hush puppies.
Yeah.
And I will be honest, I totally cheated on the hush puppies.
You know what the best part about cooking fish nuggets is instead of cooking fish?
It's faster.
Well, it's not just that. That's not the best part.
Oh, okay.
You know. See that? Look at all that fish, that wonderful golden brown fish. This is the best part about cooking them in nugget size.
You can eat one.
You can eat them.
Would you like some tartar sauce?
No, I'm good.
Oh, speaking of which, you can use hot sauce in your tartar sauce too if you wanted to, but
Yeah.
we do hot sauce on the fish, so I wouldn't do that.
Mm.
Is it good?
Oh, yeah.
Were these the cool ones?
Yeah. The far back ones. Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's so good.
Mm-hmm. I know. It's delicious.
A little warm still.
That's why you make nuggets. The best reason for it. Yep. You eat them as you go. Exactly right, Mom.
That is part of the problem. I will tell you, the little bit of cornstarch I put in there was perfect.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Folks, we are totally cheating on the hush puppies.
Oh, that's so good.
Because hush puppies from the southern part of the U.S. have onions and peppers in them. I'm cheating.
Hold on here.
Completely cheating.
Hold on. You
I'm holding.
wait till I at least show it. All right, there you go.
And bought hush puppy mix.
With onions.
Because it just sounded a whole lot easier.
Yeah.
So it comes with onion and probably, if I looked at the ingredients, onion powder in the mix. What I'm going to do is chop up a jalapeno, very fine dice, and add it to the batter. So we're going to chop first.
I think these might be ready. Tip me.
No, not quite.
No, not yet.
And because I know these little stinking jalapenos are hot ones,
Yeah.
I'm going to
You're going to glove up?
glove up on this one.
She's going to glove up for the love up.
One. Cutting the end off. Cutting it in half.
You going to seed it?
I am.
Oh.
Well, yeah, because you don't want all that in your hush puppy mix. B is not happy. So I'm just, I can, woo, they're warm. It hit me.
Did it?
Let's take a spoon and, or your hands for that matter, and pull that out. If this were going in something I was cooking like in the skillet, I might leave those seeds in. I don't really want them in my hush puppies.
Those are nice and hot though. That way.
Or if it was going in the blender for salsa or something. But yes, the seeds and those ribs are where all of the heat is. So.
That's right. Save the ribs then.
Trust me, this pepper's hot enough.
You don't have to neuter it.
All right. And I'm going to very thin juliennes. Sharp knife, thin as you can get them.
Oh, yeah. They're done.
Okay. Okay, so those are very thin. Repeat on the other half without cutting your glove. I hate using gloves when I'm cutting things because I can't feel where my fingers are. All right. About as thin as we're going to get there. Line them back up. Pickled jalapenos would work too here, folks. They won't be as hot because they're pickled. Her daughter eats them by the jar full. I buy a jar a week at least. And these will cook clearly when the hush puppy fries, but we want a pretty decently small mince here.
There we go. I tried to get the rest of them in there, but just couldn't do it.
That's okay. We got time. Fried fish and hush puppies are both.
We have malt vinegar somewhere.
Ooh, probably downstairs.
Okay.
I'm not going to go hunt for it now, but
I don't blame you.
Are both.
I'll survive.
What was I saying? Oh, hush puppies and fried fish both can be reheated in an air fryer.
Yep.
I would not use a microwave; it won't be as good. But if you stick them in an air fryer, if you've got one,
That's so good.
All right, there's that. I'm going to get rid of this because I'm done chopping. Those are some pretty big nuggets. Remove my gloves.
I'm sampling just to make sure that the cook is proper on all of these.
Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now all we're going to do is follow directions. If you don't want to bother with making things from scratch.
Such a good cook.
Yes, you are such a good cook. Buy the mix.
Mm-hmm.
Hush puppies, pancakes, beer bread.
Left, please. Thank you.
And then just follow the directions. And if you're like me and you're baking challenge, then
Well,
let's see.
She's actually looking at the directions, folks. This is like a first.
3/4 of a cup of water or milk. You want them rich or, I can use beer.
Yeah.
Okay. Water or milk or beer.
We have a milk stout.
I do. I'll use that.
Yeah.
We've been trying to get rid of it.
I can take the rest of it.
All right. 3/4 of a cup. Now, why the beer? They will be nice and fluffy because of the carbonation. What I say, 3/4 of a cup?
Yep.
Carbonation in the beer.
I don't know. Did you say 3/4 or just 1/4 of a cup?
Good Lord. Got to talking about beer. I have no idea. 3/4.
Okay.
3/4. Remember where the meniscus is, folks. Here's your milk stout.
Let's see how you are. Whoa.
That's the other good thing about how it mixes, because you don't have to deal with eggs and flour and baking soda and all that good stuff. I am going to get another whisk out, however. Now, because we use a dark beer, these are going to be darker.
That's okay.
Well, no, I just was letting them know. If you know, water and milk, they would have stayed kind of white.
Yeah.
The other thing I'm going to do is
Add your Pinots.
add my jalapeno. Will you not eat all the all the fish?
I got in trouble, folks.
And if you wanted to, you could add some chopped onion to this. You could add some shredded cheese to this. Make them your own. Just because you start with a mix doesn't mean you can't kind of do your own thing. So we're mimicking the onion and pepper that typically goes in the Mississippi hush puppy. Big ones.
Yeah.
When we're done frying fish, I'm going to use a scoop.
We have a little bit left to go. Not very much fish, but
a small cookie scoop. And I can't tell.
4 pieces.
I can't tell what number of scoop that is because I can't see it.
You see.
Well, I don't think it actually says. It's the gauge of stainless steel on the side. Whee!
No clue.
Okie dokie. Any questions?
Yep. Questions, commentaries?
Fish?
I saw that.
You saw nothing.
Nobody
old
can see
man.
you doing that.
That's good.
Nobody can see that. They can see that, though.
So good.
I know. So there was tartar sauce over there.
Mm-hmm.
She got some tartar sauce.
So
how's
the
our slaw
acid,
doing?
Oh, it looks beautiful. The acid in the tartar sauce cuts through the richness of the fish, if anybody cares. Same with the vinegar coleslaw, cuts through, because we've got fried fish and fried hush puppies. Kind of cuts through that grease a little bit. And it's a vegetable. So
it's a rare one that I'll happily eat.
Do we have another batch of fish?
Yeah, we have 4 pieces left.
Oh, okay.
So sorry.
Oh. No apology needed.
I think they're good.
That big guy. Yep, good. So we're kind of hitting the 180-ish mark with the fish.
Just golden brown.
Yeah.
Starting to float.
Starting to float, golden brown. If you keep
Not really doing time on it, just kind of.
We got 4
checking
pieces
stuff.
left, and then we'll get some hush puppies going. Oh no, we need to drop hush puppies, so we'll probably lose the basket, and I'll get the spider out. See if we've got enough oil in there. Where are they at?
Right, there you go.
Awesome, just throw that away. So over here, sorry. So that is, you've seen me use it before. It's a metal spider. Gets things out of hot oil, hot broth. We're going to use it for the hush puppies and pull the basket and drop the hush puppies. Okay, seriously, this is like good stuff.
I know. I got in trouble for doing that.
I'm just trying to catch up so you don't feel so guilty.
Oh, I don't feel guilty at all. It's the whole point of being the cook.
Mm.
I mean, that is like the whole point.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of cooking, if you're in town, I know most of you are, I'm making a meatloaf and 3 sides. 2 sides.
2 sides or 3?
2.
2.
Well, mashed potatoes and gravy, green beans, dessert. So
2.2.
Mm-hmm.
Friday night.
This Friday at the Carbon Deluxe Lodge.
Yeah. So
all are welcome.
Yeah.
I'll have plenty.
Have we come up with a price yet?
Probably $10. I actually don't know. It's usually $10 on meatloaf.
$10 a plate.
Dinner at 7.
Dinner at 7. $10 a plate. Come and eat with us.
Please do.
Yeah. Damn, that's good. Slaw. That's a vegetable too. It's because of the sugar and the vinegar.
Oh yeah, and you like vinegar slaw.
I do. I love vinegar slaw.
I'll eat slaw
absolutely
pretty
love
much
vinegar
anyway
slaw.
and get my hands on it, but slaw is pretty forgiving. You know, you could use
You know
the
what else is
broccoli
forgiving?
slaw.
This cocktail.
And this has kind of wilted
A little bit.
about a quarter of the way down already.
Here, top yours off.
Topping me off. Okay.
That way I don't feel so bad that you took a whole lot of risk there, because that could have easily just come out.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I put my finger on it right here.
Alrighty. I wasn't too worried about it.
I noticed. That is a good cocktail, though.
It is. And that's everything we've made the last few weeks is like perfect for summer.
And it's just straight into summertime. It is a nice, cool, refreshing cocktail.
And with all of the,
Oh gosh, no. No, they're not ready yet.
and with the nice heat of the summer. Woo. Today especially.
Got a feeling these will be pool ready.
It's well, and it's almost the cognac makes it different than Lynchburg lemonade, but it's
a close cousin. It is, but it is definitely different because of the cognac.
So next week we won't be here. We're gonna go visit some friends up in Minnesota, so we'll be eating well. Cheese and candy, according to Jennifer, cheese, candy, and donuts. But then the next week we're in Illinois.
Man.
And I'll say it this way: just grab your flapper dress, ladies.
Yeah. Grab your Tommy gun.
Because we decided to put a little bit of the history back in. Shoot. I'm making a mess over here. Watch out for bones too in your fish, by the way.
Or just crunch them.
That one tasted like the river.
Oh, Jennifer says onion sandwiches. Probably not.
You want me to slice? No, not with cold slaw.
What?
When we get like catfish fillets, we do the whole white bread and onion.
Yeah.
But not with nuggets usually.
Gelatin salads, she says.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe.
No stranger to Jello salads.
Yeah. Well, she's talking the flapper dresses, I think, is what she's thinking 2 weeks from now.
I'll take this opportunity to take pictures before all of the fish is gone.
Mom, so speaking of the river fish story,
There's lots of river fish stories.
Yeah.
She's wanting to tell one, I can tell.
She probably does.
We have a few to tell. Yes, the 80-pound catfish.
Yep.
That was
Jello was later. Yep, you're right. Jello was later.
Jello was the 50s.
Mm-hmm.
We might do a Jello salad when we get into some of these other Midwestern states.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm taking pictures. Sorry. I might as well. We're waiting on fish to come out.
Oh, yeah, that's done. Take time done.
Yeah, it was just a different play on I think that one's blurry. That's okay.
Sorry.
A different play on Illinois that we kind of came across.
Because of why not?
Well, yeah, I mean, we're here to have fun. And yeah, we thought about doing the horseshoe, and then I'm like, yeah, this is more fun.
Yeah.
Because I'll be totally honest with you, I am not a horseshoe fan. It's like too much in all
too
at
much
once.
cheese.
Oh, by the way, I don't know. Put them back over here so I can show them what this beer did to the batter. Just sitting here, the yeast. You might not be able to see it on the camera, but it got like that yeast really just kind of bubbled everything up. So this is really, yeah. So these are going to be super light.
Oh, yeah.
So whatever size you want. I mean, this is just a cookie scoop.
It's a cookie scoop.
These are good.
From the P Chef?
Probably. I've had this forever. So this is a good couple of tablespoons. These are going to be big guys. And we're going to drop them in here.
LJS ain't got nothing on us.
No. And you don't want heavy, dense hush puppies. No. I mean, they're... and my scoop's big enough. I'm not going to get a whole lot out of this if you used a little scoop. But, we don't.
You don't need more than 2 per person, and there's only 3 of us.
Right? I'm going to let those kind of go here. We'll do a couple batches. And they need to be golden brown, and they are big guys.
Oh, my Lord. You did make some big ones.
Here, I'm going to...
Oh, here, we're just, yeah.
There you go.
I'd put a thumb in there, but I don't want it to get burnt off.
No, they're big. I mean, that's a big...
Here.
No, it's okay. They'll see them when they come out.
Yeah. She may have over-molded the...
Well, I have a tendency to overstuff my burritos and my tacos, too, so...
Yeah.
It's all good. I'll make smaller ones next time. Here, I'll change cookie scoops.
Batch 2 will be smaller, huh?
We'll just show them the difference between cookie scoop sizes. This is an easy 2 tablespoons. This is a 1 tablespoon.
Yep. That one's definitely a P Chef.
Actually, this is not.
No.
This was a maybe a Taste of Home box one.
Oh.
Because yes, I subscribe to the Taste of Home box that comes.
Yep.
Every 3 months with more gadgets that I don't need
out of this household.
But I get a cookbook, so I'm happy with that.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes other people get my gadgets because I have a free gadget. Known to man. And sometimes multiples because, I mean, you really do need like 45 pair of tongs in this house. Okay, so remember to dark beer means darker hush puppy. Mm-hmm. So they're going to be a little bit more than the typical golden brown because of that. But we're going to...
Nobody can see them.
No, and they're taking a while.
Oh, yeah. As big as those ones.
They're big, so they're going to take a bit. So thanks for hanging out with us while we finish up the frying process. Woo-wee.
We're only a minute away from an hour. I mean...
That's okay.
That's not a bad time for us. An hour?
It's a small batch fryer, and I was not doing this over a gas stove. Our puppy dogs are patiently waiting.
Mm-hmm. They'll be fine.
She conked out, my blonde one.
We might need another cocktail before we get done. Over there, you know.
I might need more water.
Oh, I might need another cocktail.
You have a higher tolerance than I do.
That and I just got done.
Yeah, your tolerance is like whoo right now.
Way up there.
Do we still have guys on? Brother,
Nah.
are your brothers still on?
Brady might still be on. Brady, you still out there? Thornton's not though.
He comes and goes.
He just stopped in to say hi.
I appreciate the stopping in to say hi because I don't get to see him much. Let's see.
I got a piece of pepper in that bite of slaw. Oh, so good.
Yep, we're good.
All right.
We're at the 180 mark. You get those? Okay. Here, I'll tilt. Are they on that still?
Yeah.
They're big balls. I mean, big hush puppies.
Yeah. Just like AC/DC says.
Those are big guys.
Yep.
But they expanded because of that beer.
Oh yeah.
So, all right. So little guy is going in next. They won't take as long to cook. And we're looking at about a tablespoon. But this, the beer made this really fluffy, yeah. Which is exactly what it
it's supposed to do.
Yeah.
These are like perfect size.
You wouldn't have the bubbles. And if you don't want to use beer, I will say alcohol is going to cook out in this process for the most part.
Oh yeah.
Whoops. Soda would be fine too.
A Sprite or a Coke?
Either one.
Really?
I mean, Coke would give you a kind of a caramely flavor, and it would certainly be a darker batter.
Yeah.
Sprite might be a better option because of the fish.
Yeah.
But I think either one would be fine. What's that other one?
Dr. Pepper?
No, Fresca.
Fresca
would be a good one too.
All right, so they're back to us. They can't see you over there cleaning away.
Well, I'm trying to
They
get
can probably hear you though.
Oh, I'm sure. The batter out of my bowl. All right, so we have ginormous hush puppies.
So let's look at the size of the hush puppies in comparison to the size
of the fish. Well, here's a piece of fish, and here's a hush puppy.
Yeah.
I mean,
move your fingers. There we go.
Why not?
Yeah.
We didn't end up adding more oil. We got. I am turning the hush puppies over though, because they.
Oh yeah, they float.
They float and then they sit upright, and then the underside doesn't get done. They smell so good. There we go.
There, back to us.
I've got a couple that are just not wanting to
ball
cooperate.
Yeah. Oh,
these are PCs. It's like they're top heavy.
Well, there were a couple that were definitely oblong shaped instead of circular.
That's okay. Almost hold the sucker down.
There you go. Drown it. Drown it in the boiling Earl. She's got it.
I had a couple that don't want to turn over. Woo! Warmth. All right, let me get a couple plates.
Yep.
Whew, or a plate. Would you come get this red plate, please?
Take a look at that.
Because that's the perfect color for all that brown food.
With the blue one or no? Light blue?
No, because I'll take a picture of yours.
Okay.
Yeehaw.
Oh, those look good.
So a little bit of cold slaw. So this one took a little bit longer because we had several batches to do.
Well, we had different things.
Um,
And we let the slaw process and
yeah, kind of do its thing.
yeah. I'll tell you that slaw is delish.
You can put more on your plate after I take its picture.
I figured this much. Because that's not near enough.
Nope.
You get the small ones out now?
Yep.
They're
I'm gonna
probably
get the
about
small
done.
ones out. Considerably smaller.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to turn the oil off.
Mm-hmm.
Put one little hush puppy over here.
That wasn't a little one.
One big hush puppy over here.
Get a small one over there.
No, they're hot.
I'll be fine. There.
One big, one small.
Mm-hmm.
And
There's dinner, folks. I don't know if you like.
There you go.
Our ode to Mississippi.
I do. Like our ode to Mississippi.
I do too.
And there it is. So fried catfish nuggets as opposed to fillets.
Scoot that to the right a little bit, would you? The camera stand. There we go.
How's that better?
Look at that. So we have catfish, we have hush puppies, we have coleslaw, we have tartar sauce, we have a cocktail. And that is dinner tonight, folks. Right
We
there.
have big hush puppy, little hush puppy.
Yep. I don't think I'll be bringing any fish in tomorrow.
Nope, sorry guys.
Sorry.
It won't be.
Nope, ain't happening. I might bring a hush puppy or two in.
Maybe.
Maybe. Maybe not.
I
Depends
hit
on how
the
many
button
get
on
last.
accident.
But that is dinner. Guys, thanks for watching, hanging out with us tonight.
All right, done.
Remember we are off next week
Yep. Headed
because
north.
we are not in the area. We are away from our kitchen.
But when we get to Minnesota, we're gonna have awesome food.
We are.
Man, even with not any of this running, I'm still a little warm.
We're still a little warm, but not as bad as normal.
So it's normal. Yeah. So if you catch me on Friday night at the Elks, yeah, it won't be a pretty sight because woo-wee.
Yeah, if you guys do come down, make sure to tip your bartenders and drink up your cooks because we're going to be hot.
Yeah, like gallons of water going on.
No, not water. Fermented
water.
Fermented
With
water,
hops.
baby. With hops and barley.
Good grief. All right, folks. So thanks for joining us. Thanks for hanging out while we fried fish and fried very large and not so large hush puppies, so you can see the difference.
And made a Mississippi cocktail.
Yes, Mississippi punch.
Yeah, Mississippi punch cocktail.
That I mean would give you a bit of a punch if you drank too many of them.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Not a clue.
All right, folks. We will see you in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
And we will be right back here in home state of Illinois.
Yep. Virtually and physically.
Yeah, actually physically on this one.
Yeah.
So, all right. Have a good week and good weekend.
Yep.
We'll see you.
Enjoy, everybody. Thanks.